Y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and start a food vlog, and I'm so excited about this because I don't think I've ever felt this good in my life, and I've been on this long enough to really give you a good review of it. What I'm talking about is the Wahls Protocol. I went on the Wahls Protocol about two months ago, actually today on December 4th. I'm recording this on February 4th. So I know how it makes me feel, and I feel great. I'm going to link a couple of videos down below where I've already talked about this some, one of them in great detail. But today I'm going to give you examples of the foods I'm eating. Y'all, I feel so good. Okay, in a nutshell, I'm doing no grains, even gluten-free, no grains at all for 2 months, no potatoes, but I can do sweet potatoes, no dairy, very low nightshades. I do some, but very low, just maybe once or twice a week. No legumes, because those can be inflammatory or irritating to some people. And a ton of fruits and vegetables. And I'll list more detail down below. I'll link those other videos. Before I get started, there's two things that I have a hard time vlogging. And that is, the first one is coffee, because it's so early in the morning and sometimes my husband's still here asleep. So the only thing that's changed in my coffee, well, a lot. I used to be addicted or obsessed. I loved Coffee Mate. And it took me several attempts to get off of that. But I'm finally off of it, and I'm also dairy-free. So what I put in my coffee, and I still love it, is coconut milk and sweet. So I fill my coffee cup to about like right there. And then I fill it the rest of the way with this, and then a splash of this Silk Almond Creamer. This one's vanilla. My favorite is sweet and creamy. I love that one, but I wanted to use up what I have, and they brought me this one. So it's good. You know, if you like vanilla, you would love this. And just a splash of this. So I get the sweetness I need. And this has sunflower oil in it, I believe, or soybean oil, sunflower oil. And that can be inflammatory. One of you girls on Instagram told me that. So I use a splash. And I have 2 cups of that a day, and then a decaf if I want. And then another thing that's hard for me to vlog is at night at about 7 o'clock. Okay, you're going to see my green drinks every day. I do a green drink, and I mean green. You'll see. It's not a lot of carbs at all. It's all green. And I make enough that I can have a serving of that in the morning, a big glass of that in the morning. And then at night, I have it in the fridge in a pint jar. And I have that while my husband and I are watching TV. So that's hard for me to vlog, but when you see me drinking green drinks in the morning, I have another one from that same batch at night. That's how I'm getting all of my leafy greens. And then vitamins, I don't want to go through my vitamins again because a couple of months ago, I talked about my vitamins in another vlog. I will link that video. And I think that is all of the things I needed to tell you before we jump into this. We have breakfast waiting in here, so we're going to go in there and I'm going to show you what we're having for breakfast today. Okay guys, so for breakfast this morning, I am having, this is kale, about 3 cups of kale that cooks down to about 1.5 cups. Kale cooked in Kerrygold grass-fed butter and mushrooms. That gives me such a good head start on my leafy greens for the day. I'm shooting for 3 cups of leafy greens. Mushroom is a good detoxifying vegetable. It's considered medicinal in a lot of countries. Mushrooms are so good for us. And then on top of it, I have 2 eggs for some good protein. I have a couple of slices of cantaloupe for some good healthy carb. And then I have some chicken sausage, which is from Applegate Farms. It's hormone-free, nitrite and nitrate-free. So that's good and healthy. It'll be a lot of good veggie and some good protein. Then for the rest of my greens for the day, I'm having a leftover green smoothie from yesterday. And this is kale and turnip greens, cucumber, celery, and a little bit of blackberries. So that is what I'm having to finish up my greens for the day. So anyway, that's my breakfast, and I'll see y'all back here for dinner. Hey y'all, okay, I wanted to check in before dinner because I got hungry, which surprises me because I had such a good breakfast. But anyway, I felt like I needed a snack, so I'm having some berries that are very low carb, about probably 10 or 11 carbs for that, and then Justin's almond butter. That for some good fat to hold me over till dinner. It's 3 o'clock, so I will be back for dinner, and that should hold me nicely and nice and healthy. I love it when I can get good rich color like that. So good for us. All right, I'll be back here in a little bit. Okay guys, for dinner tonight, and this is delicious. This is an oven baked chicken. It's like oven fried chicken. And all this is tenderloins, and I put breadcrumbs on them, gluten-free, plain panko breadcrumbs. I would say I have about a half a serving of that, which is 12 carbs, but I am really low on my carbs everywhere else. So I kind of feel like I need that, and it's delicious. I just put the breadcrumbs on it, and then I put butter around the edges of the pan and a few in the middle. I cooked it for about 30 minutes and then broiled it to kind of put a good crisp on it. Then I have mashed cauliflower, and this has Kerrygold grass-fed butter in it. And then this is green beans and mushrooms. And I cooked those in duck fat and garlic. Hold on, I'm gonna show you the garlic I'm using. It is delicious and so easy. Okay, this is crushed garlic by Dorot, D-O-R-O-T. And you keep it frozen, and then you push them out through the backside into the pan. So easy and so delicious. It's fresh garlic without the headache. So this will be delicious. And what I am learning on the Wahls Protocol is that I don't need sugar if I have good fats. Duck fats, grass-fed butter, olive oil, avocado oil. It totally satisfies that craving to add something high sugar to it. This is delicious. I've got sea salt on everything. And so anyway, yeah, that is my dinner. It will be delicious. Okay, you guys, good morning. Okay, so this morning in our green drink, I am doing collard greens, I'm doing celery, I'm doing orange bell peppers, and a whole cucumber, because these cucumbers are kind of skinny. So I'm just going to use the whole cucumber. And I could add cantaloupe, but I will tell y'all, if you put bell peppers, these colored bell peppers in your green smoothies, those add plenty of sweetness for me. So that will be nice color in that, some good greens, the celery and the cucumbers, more good color. And then for breakfast, this is what I'm putting together. I've got romaine leaves, and I'm gonna do, some people call this an unwich. I'm gonna do little low carb breakfast sandwiches with romaine, turkey sandwich meat. I'm also adding another kind of meat, this chicken and apple, these sausages, like that. I'm gonna add some of that, cut up in it. I'm gonna cut up some wickles. These are like homemade bread and butter pickles, and they're delicious. They're very high carb. I'll probably only have 2 or 3 of those. I'm gonna put some onion, some shredded cheese, cream cheese, and a little bit of this tahini dressing. Sounds like a lot, but it'll be a really good breakfast that'll hold me all day. Should hold me all day, so I'll be back to show it to you. All right, you guys, and there it is, and it is delicious. I sampled it. Now my romaine, my little lettuces were smaller, so I'm gonna eat them like, you know, like little boats, like tacos. It is delicious. I also wanted to tell you, this is the first time the first time I've tried this Kite Hill cream cheese. It's dairy-free. It's dairy-free and made with almond milk. Delicious. This is so good. And that's what I put down as the base. I put the pickles on the side because I didn't want to chop them up and everything. So I'm eating those on the side, and I'm using my homemade tahini as a dipping sauce. This is a delicious breakfast. So anyway, and there is the green drink. It made a lot. So I'm going to be drinking green drinks all day long, but it's really good. So anyway, that is breakfast, and I will be back for dinner. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so last night I did not get a chance to vlog because I had a full house. Well, my husband was here, and I don't like to vlog when he's here. He knows I do it, but I get shy or something. So I'm going to tell y'all what we had for dinner last night. It was excellent. I started by chopping some broccoli up really fine. I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of broccoli, but it's such a good sulfur vegetable. It's a good color. It's so healthy. So I got broccoli, and I found I like it if I cut it real fine. So it's almost riced broccoli. Then I had some cabbage already cut really fine, very small. I put those in a pan. I'm looking at my pictures. I put those in a pan with lard. Lard is a safe fat to cook with, and I keep it in a container. I keep it in a container by my stove, and I use it often. Either that or ghee or duck fat is usually what I'm cooking with. So I made that with some sea salt. I probably only cooked that for 2 minutes. I like it to be not really overly cooked, so it's almost raw, really good for you. Then I cooked a lot of ground turkey. That probably was 6 to 8 ounces of ground turkey. And then on top of that, I had chopped avocado for some good fat and color, tomato, which is a nightshade I don't do very often, but I did cut a tomato up. It was delicious, and an onion, which onion is a good sulfur veg. And I also had tahini dressing, which I'm going to put the recipe. It's like a mild, creamy, smooth honey mustard. You use Dijon in it, and it's so good. I keep that all the time. It's actually good for you with olive oil. And that was our dinner. It was so good. And I'm going to point you down, and I'm going to show you what we're having for breakfast. I have something new to show you I'm excited about. And we're going to start over here at the smoothie. So I'll point you down. Okay, you guys, this morning I thought I would give you a real good visual of what I'm putting in my green drinks. This is what's going in there today. I get 3 cups of some kind of green. This is Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard. It just makes a really nice tasting green drink. It's not too bitter. I always put celery, almost always, and cucumber. I almost always put celery and cucumber because they make it taste so fresh. Now, if I just wanted a pure green drink, that's all I want. I don't want any extra carbs. I don't want any extra fat. That's what I would put. That, I could add a zucchini to it, but it's all green. Today, we are adding a small beet because I want that good rich color today. I'm adding a tablespoon or 2 of chia seeds for some good fat. And today, I'm actually adding berries. After I have told y'all over and over, I don't usually do sugar in them, but I'll tell you why I am today. Because of yesterday, when I needed that snack, I could feel that I've taken my carbs down a little bit too low. My engine's running a little bit high, and that happens when my carbs get really low. I almost feel too good, like too energetic. So I'm trying to kind of bring myself down a little bit, calm myself down a little bit with some carb. And berries, that'll be a good 10 grams of carb. Still very low carb. Okay, I'm going to, and over here in my blender, I have 2 cups of liquid. I have a cup of unsweetened coconut milk and a cup of water. And I'll put all that in it, and then I'll be back to show you breakfast and my green drink. And that makes 2. As I've said, I'll have some of it this morning, and I'll have a pint jar of it tonight. So I'll be right back. I wanted to show you something while I'm cooking real quick. While I'm making my sausage, this is cauliflower measured out. I have half a cup of it, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. But I wanted to let y'all know something I'm doing that I'm really loving, and that is keeping cauliflower riced or mashed, fresh organic cauliflower that I have steamed at the first of the week. This was 2 heads. I steamed it, I drained it on a paper towel, let all that water run off of it, and then over here, I can look in my messy drawer, this. I got this, I think this is a pastry cutter, and I just mash it so I can kind of rice it or mash it as much as I want. I have good control. What I'm gonna do is sometimes in the morning I have this as a porridge, and I'll show it to you. I put butter, a little bit, tiny y'all, of either honey or maple syrup, and it's like a cream of wheat, a porridge of some kind. I saw that on TikTok and it's delicious. So hang on, I'm gonna finish cooking and I'll show you all of it together. And here is the breakfast. This is the cauliflower porridge. I put some sea salt on it. I put some Kerrygold butter on it. And I put a half of a teaspoon, yes, of organic maple syrup. I prefer honey, but my honey is on the way. I ordered it from Amazon. I love it. It's an organic honey that is, it's rich and delicious. So anyway, that's my breakfast. I'll be back with probably not snack, probably dinner. Y'all have a good day. Okay, y'all, so tonight we are having salmon. This is pan fried in butter. And then we're having scallops. I'm gonna link the TikTok video where I got the recipe for scallops. There's a little bit of a trick to them. You have to be sure they're nice and dry, and then you don't cook them too long or they turn rubbery. I have a really good recipe full of good tips if you want to do scallops. Then we're having asparagus. This is delicious. It is sauteed in a pan with garlic and sea salt, and then you put it in the oven with a little bit of cheese on it, and it's perfect every time. It's so good. I'm gonna link that video. And then this is turnips that I sauteed in a pan and then finished out in the oven. On top of those, I have a little bit of cauliflower, like maybe 1/4 of a cup, because if you do cauliflower, it tastes like mashed potatoes, or it feels like mashed potatoes. Turnips are like cubed potatoes, and together it makes a lovely kind of a potato salad tasting, kind of casserole-y. And then I have that with dairy-free sour cream. It's this one, Forager. It's a very good. And Tahini dressing. So the turnips and cauliflower are good sulfur. Asparagus is good color. And then some good protein. I'll tell you that is really kind of a skimpy amount of protein. So tonight, I'm gonna put 2 scoops of vital proteins in my pint jar of my smoothie so that I can get 17 extra grams of protein. So, but that will be delicious and healthy, and yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. And I think I'm gonna cut it off right here. I'm gonna cut the vlog off right here. Hang on just a sec. All right, y'all, and I think I'm gonna cut it off right there. We've got 3 good days, good examples of how I'm getting in all this veggie and a little bit of fruit, the good fats, and the variety of meats and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there so it won't go too long. If you decide to try this, definitely let me know how it goes, how you like it, recipe ideas, and that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. You have a good day. Bye.